What's going on YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and I've got a video on ZeroLemon's ToughJuice. I did do a video similar to this, but this one is going to be different. A lot of phones like my Nexus 6P and my Galaxy Note 7 are featuring USB Type-C. So does the Nexus 5X and a handful of other phones out there. More and more devices in the future are going to support Type-C. So when I heard that they had a Type-C version of the ToughJuice 30,000, I was pretty excited because it has a Type-C port on there and it can charge a phone at high speeds. So here you go, 30,000 milliamp hours, 1,140% extra battery for your iPhone 6S if you are one of those people that uses one of those phones. On the back here, it says that it has a Type-C port and that it's Quick Charge 2.0 and ultra high capacity, shockproof 4 USB ports, dustproof USB protection. 30,000, your input is going to be at 2 amps. Your output's going to be 3 of them 5 volts 1 amp. So like, controllers for consoles, and you can charge your phone at a slower speed than you can with the other port on here, the Quick Charge 2.0, the blue port. So it's 5 volts at 2.4 amps, and then 9 volts at 1.67, and then 12 volts at 1.35. And then you got your Type-C port, which is 5 volts and 2.5 amps. The voltage, of course, and then the weight and stuff like that. So this is small by any means. This sucker is a tank. You got your instruction booklet and warranty guide and stuff like that. And then in here, you have the gigantic power bank and one USB cable that is micro USB. Unfortunately, it is not Type-C. I only own one Type-C to Type-C cable, and I'm going to have to go get that real quick. Alright, so I took the one out of my Nexus 6P charger. It has a Type-C port, and then both ends are the same. So this is the only cable I have in my apartment, and I wish they would have included one. It's supposed to charge Type-C phones. I'm not quite sure why they chose not to include a Type-C cable, so you are going to have to go ahead and purchase one of those. Or have one readily available to you right now, like I do. Except I use this one for my Nexus 6P, and it's a wall charger. And that wall charger is very, very fast. So I get about 2.5 amps, and I have a picture of that from the wall charger to my Nexus 6P. So we're going to see how fast it is with the Type-C port on here. But let's take a quick little look at the device. You've got 5 volts 1 amp, 5 volts 1 amp, the Quick Charge 2.0, and the 5 volts 1 amp. To use the Quick Charge 2.0, you are going to need one of the cables that's compatible with it. And then you've got the Type-C cable right here. And then you charge it via this port right here, which is the standard micro USB. And to turn it on, you just press the button here. You've got one on both sides. You can press any of them. They both do the same things. I guess it's just convenient to where no matter how it's laying on your table to be able to turn it on. And this thing is ginormous. It's huge. All right, let's go ahead and try out that Type-C port here and see just how fast we can charge up our phones. So I get a consistent 2,500 when I charge up my Nexus 6P with the wall charger. Let's see how much this 2.5 amp does on here. So I'm plugging it in, and now it says that it's charging. Little thing right there says it's charging. Let's go ahead and open up Ampere to get an idea of how fast it is charging. And on some devices, like the Moto G Plus, it actually has a max USB current, and I've seen it actually go faster than that. So we're looking at 850. So 1,310. That's not bad at all. Oh, look at that. It's kicking up. It's moving up in the world. Look at that. 1,780. All right, so it looks like it fluctuates. It looks like it can hit 2 amps, but then it drops down. And what is it doing? My phone is not even halfway charged. All right, so we let it sit for just a moment, and it looks like it went back up to 1360, and it's staying steady at 1360. So it is going to charge your phone at a decent rate, and it can charge it close to 2 amps. At least experience on this phone. Now, I don't know if it's fair or not, but I want to go ahead and unhook this, hook it up into here, and show you what happens when it's connected to a power outlet. From my experience, it jumps almost immediately up to 2.5 amps, and it stays constant with no fluctuation. So looks like it's heading up there right now to 1860. Okay, so it looks like at the moment that it's charging just as fast as this thing did. And it looks now at, oh, there we go. Now it's kicking up to the maximum. I've never even seen it that high before. I got it to go 2500 max, and that was it. That's all it did. That's pretty awesome. Now, again, I don't know if it's fair to compare a wall charger to a battery bank, but I mean, this says it's a 2.5 amp port, and that's not really a fair comparison because this is a 3 amp port here. So this can technically charge the Nexus 6P at 3 amps. Little bitty tiny text right there. All right, so let's go ahead and hook it up to the Nexus, or no, the Note 7. I don't know why I can never get the name of this phone right. Now, you're going to notice a huge difference. I don't know what Samsung has done, but you're going to notice a difference in the charge speed when this is connected to the Nexus 7 or the God, I'm done. The Note 7. Oh. All right, when connected to the Note 7, I don't get the maximum thing because I don't know if the phone, if it's capable of reading that from the phone or if the phone even says it, but it says it's charging via AC charger, and it immediately goes to 840. And it's going to stay constant anywhere around 1080 and it's going to stay around that mark until the phone's charged. So it's just how it is. Now it went down to 1000 and 900. And it's going to stay steady around for anywhere from here to just under 1100. That's my experience with this. Now, oddly enough, we're going to go ahead and use the charger that came with the Note 7 and plug it into the bottom of the phone and see. This is a USB 3 to Type-C, so I'm unable to use the same cable and this battery bank because it has a full USB on one end and then Type-C on the other. So we're looking at getting around the same speeds from this guy to here than we are with the wall to here. I mean, it's gonna see it jump to about that eventually using this guy right here. So what I'm trying to get to, and taking a minute to get to, is that this thing is capable of charging your phone almost as fast as or just as fast as the wall charger can. That's pretty freaking awesome. There is no need to complain there at all. And with that quick charge 2.0 port, we're going to go ahead and take this cable that came with our Note 7 and we're going to connect it to that quick charge 2.0 port. It's a blue port. The cable isn't blue on here, so I don't know if that makes a difference or not. And we can go ahead and have all these charging up at the same time. It's not going to be an issue to do that. So it looks like it's charging at... It looks like it's charging around the same speed with the USB to USB Type-C port than we were with the other one. So let's go ahead and take that Type-C port and connect it back to our Nexus 6P while still charging the Galaxy Note 7. So here we go. Let's see what happens here. Let's go ahead and set this to the side since the cables are hanging off that way. Look at that. Wow, that jumped up high. Look at that, guys. Look at that. 2180 on the Nexus 6P. There is absolutely no complaining there. That is pretty stinking fast. I will definitely keep this thing in my backpack or on road trips and stuff like that to charge up a bunch of phones and tablets and stuff like that. So we're getting pretty freaking good speeds. My only complaint's that they did not include a little Type-C cable to go from here to the phone, and they only included one Type-C port. It'd be nice if they had more ports that could charge more devices faster. Like, we can go ahead and take that. Now all we have left is that 5-volt 1 amp, and I don't know about you, but phones that charge off 5 volts and 1 amp, you know, those I don't have any of those at the moment. So we can go ahead and charge up the Moto G Plus here. There, now that's charging. And it doesn't appear that we're getting a drop. Oh, it looks like it's 100%. So, but look at the speeds there. That is awesome. That is awesome. As you can see, it's going to charge this no matter how you do it. Whether you do a wall charger, Type-C to Type-C, or full USB, to Type-C. No matter how you look at it, it's going to charge the Note 7 around the same. But with the Nexus 6P, it uses that Type-C port much better than the Note 7 does. You're going to get a much faster charge. That's it for this long video. I did my best to review this device as thoroughly as I can and show you what it is capable of. And I've given you my complaints. The fact that it doesn't include a Type-C cable in the box, like a little one to go from the charger to your phone. You've got to purchase one for yourself or have one readily available to you. And it only has one USB Type-C port on here for people that have more than one device with USB Type-C. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I've got a couple other videos I'm going to work on immediately after this video is done. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not doing so already. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.